Begin in child's pose and allow everything to relax to the floor, trusting completely the support of the ground beneath you. Trust in your breath that it will carry and support you from one moment to the next, despite what is happening around you, despite the things that are beyond your control. The breath will prevail and keep you rooted to this present moment, the only thing that truly matters. May your thoughts and actions be skillful, mindful, and filled with kind intent. And may all the efforts that you put into this practice benefit you beyond the edges of your mat and spill over into all that you do. Slowly curl up and sit back on your heels. Sit up tall. Bring your hands together with your thumbs facing the forehead and arching as you inhale, exhaling, rounding. Inhale, lifting up your heart, and exhale, pulling your elbows toward the belly. Inhale, lifting the heart, arching the back. Exhale, round. Slowly, deep breath in, filling, and exhale, rounding, tucking your elbows to the belly. Inhale, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, fill up. Exhale everything out. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And come onto all fours. Cross your legs behind you and sit back. Walk your right hand out away from you with the left hand catching the elbow, reaching as far as you can before turning and looking underneath your left armpit. And breathe into the left side of your body, allowing your breath to fill up the side of your ribs and the side of your waist. And looking down and sweeping over to the other side, reaching out through your left hand, catch your left wrist with your right hand, twisting, looking underneath your right armpit, and breathing through the right side of your body. Coming back to center and back onto your hands and knees. Lower onto your forearms into puppy pose. Roll around in one direction, leaning into the outer shoulders, outer hips as you roll. Noticing all the tight spots and breathing into those areas, loosening up, and change directions. Finally, back to center. Inhaling, letting your chest drop. Exhaling, pulling your chest in. Inhale, looking forward. And exhale, rounding the back. And inhale. Taking your time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. into child's pose once more. Slowly come up onto your hands and knees and press back into downward facing dog, paddling out your feet, gaining length through the legs, through the neck, turning the head side to side. Take a few more breaths here. And then lower onto your knees. Looking forward, keeping your arms straight, dropping the hips, stretching your heart, opening the chest into cobra. As you exhale, keep your gaze forward and sit back into child's pose. A few more rounds like that. Inhaling, shifting your hips forward, arching. And exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, coming forward into cobra. Exhaling, back to child's pose. Inhaling to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. One more inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Holding on to the opposite elbows and allowing your spine, your head, your neck to drop down toward the floor. Deep Ujjayi breaths, finding space where you need it most. Slowly roll yourself up to a stand. Head comes up last. As you inhale, bring both arms up and place your hands behind your skull to arch, supporting the head. Exhaling, bow forward, touch the floor. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. And come forward onto your knees and lower into cobra. Inhale, arching. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Let's inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, roll, open your hip with a straight leg. Spending a few breaths here, opening up the right side of the body. And step your right leg forward into a low lunge. Bring both arms up and clasp your hands behind your head, leaning back, supporting the head as you arch back. Stretching the left hip flexor, keeping the hips heavy. As you exhale, return to the floor, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Come down to your knees and straight away lowering into cobra. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, extend your left leg up. Exhale with a straight leg, open up the hip and breathing into the left side of the body. Now step your left leg forward into a low lunge. hands behind your skull, leaning back, lifting your heart as you arch, breathing into the right side of the hip, right hip flexor. As you exhale, plant your hands down and step back to downward facing dog. Step both legs forward, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise, reaching up, hands behind the skull, arching back, and exhale, return to center. Again, inhale, arms reach up, supporting the skull as you lean back. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees and lower into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, roll open the hip with a straight leg. Now step your right leg forward and come down onto your left. Shift your right leg to the front in full extension. Flex your right foot and fold over your right leg. Gently dragging that right hip back, squaring the hips as you bow. Breathing into the right hamstring. Next, plant your right hand down and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Turning your chest to face the left side, keeping the hips equally square. Release, place your left hand down and bring your right hand to your right thigh, gently pressing down the right thigh, the right hip, and spinning the chest open to the right side. Release, make your way back, downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees and lower into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, opening that left hip with a straight leg. Step your left leg forward and come down onto your right knee. And shift your left leg forward into full extension and pulling back gently. Fold over your left leg. Press your left hand into the floor, reaching your right arm up to twist. Release. Press your right hand down and gently pressing that left thigh and the left hip down, twisting to the left side. Release. Make your way back, downward facing dog. And step both legs forward. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reaching up with the hands supporting the head, arching back. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms reach up, support the head, lean back, arch. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Look forward, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step both legs back, downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees. Lower the hips into cobra. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Send your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, roll open the hip with a straight leg. And then step your right leg forward, lower onto your left knee. And bring both legs in a 90-degree angle. And bring both arms inside your right inner thigh. And lower onto your forearms for a right hip stretch. And circle around the hips, both ways. Couple of rounds each way. Come back onto the hands. And press your right hand down, reaching your left arm up and around behind you so you can hold on to your right inner thigh, spinning the chest open to the left side. Keep drawing that right hip back as you spin. And release back to down dog. Come down onto your knees. Lower the hips into cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Send your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, open left hip with a straight leg. And step your left leg forward. Lower your right knee onto the mat. Both legs in 90 degrees. And lower onto your forearms inside the left thigh. Pull your left hip back as you soften your heart. A couple of rounds circling the hips. Couple rounds each direction. And loosening up the hip joint here. And come back up onto the hands. Press your left hand down this time, reach your right arm up. Wrap your arm behind you, catch hold of your left inner thigh. Spin the chest open to the right side while continuing to pull your left hip back in space. And release. Step back, downward facing dog. Step both legs forward, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up, rise. Supporting the head as you arch back. Exhaling, back to center. Inhale, arms reach up, support the head and lean back. Exhale, bow forward to the floor. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Come forward onto your knees, lower the hips, cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Send your right leg up, inhale. Exhale with a straight leg, open the hip. Bring your right leg forward into pigeon pose. And shift your left leg further back. And lower onto your forearms. Keeping the head heavy, the heart soft. And feel equal weight across both sides of the hips. Up and bend your left leg, reach your right arm behind you, catch hold of the foot and pull your heel in. So the stretch down the left hip point, down the left quad. And release. Sit over onto your right side and bend your left leg with the left knee pointing out to the side and extend your right leg forward. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, bow over that right extended leg. And move over, slightly over to the left side, bowing again in between both legs. And come back up slowly. Turn to the back with the right hand on your left knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhaling to twist. Return to center. Bring your left leg forward in front of you. Extend both legs. Inhale. Exhale, bow over the legs. Rise up, cross your legs, plant your hands, and step back to downward facing dog. And come forward onto your knees, lower the hips, cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Extend your left leg up, roll open the hip with a straight leg. Step your left leg forward into pigeon. And shift your right leg back until you feel level through both sides of the hips. Lower onto your forearms. Soften your heart space. Relax the head and neck. Look up. Bend your right leg, catch the foot with your left hand, and twist. Release. Bend your right leg with the right knee pointing out to the side. Extend your left leg forward and slowly bow over the front leg. Come up slightly and walk yourself a little bit to the right side, continuing to bow, this time in between both legs. Up and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Return to center. Release your back leg. Extend the legs forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Make your way towards a wall with your bum right against the wall, touching the wall and both legs up towards the ceiling. Just allow all that blood to flow back from the feet, down the legs, into the hips. All the tension in your feet slowly being released. Relaxing your toes, soles of your feet, and your ankles. Simply resting back here. Now bend your knees. Place the soles of your feet together with your knees apart and gently pressing your inner thighs with both hands into the wall. Again, a few more deep breaths here. Extend both legs out to the sides with your hands gently pressing out the legs. And feeling the length in the inner thighs. And with your both hands, bring your feet together and drop both knees to one side and to the left side. Extend your right leg, catch the foot with your left hand and gently press your right hip and right thigh down with the right hand. And bring your right arm out to the side to twist. Keep that right sitting bone pressing into the wall. Switch sides, dropping both knees over to the right side. Extend your top leg, catch with your right hand, and gently pressing down the left hip, left thigh, and twist. Keep pushing the left sit bone into the wall. Center, make your way back onto your mat. Extend both legs out to the sides. Your hands away from the hips with your palms facing up. Let your eyes gently close down. And stay here in Shavasana. Taking as much time as you need. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.